You guys are just going to have to get used to this. Lock. Ah, no, unlock. Lock. Check, 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 check. That's why we do it. And just for good measure. Okay, I'm still bad at this. Damn it. Okay, I have not gotten good in the last 10 minutes. Hello, sunshines. It's time. Our epic summer road trip 1 is over, so it is time to come home to Magic Kingdom. We are here for 2 reasons. 1, to see the new animatronic in the Hall of Presidents. Well, to see what people are speculating is a new animatronic, or at least a new, a face for the animatronic in the Hall of Presidents for, of course, President Trump, and to see the closed Rivers of America. I have some thoughts on that, and some people probably aren't going to like it, but it is the reality. However, many other things to do. I have an idea, though, so let's go and talk about that in Magic Kingdom. I am also seeing how well the phone works in lieu of the Magic Band, because I only brought one and it broke. Wait, you thought I only had one Magic Band? No. I had the spare one in the car, which is what I'm wearing now. But I don't know, I'm just curious. I will probably still wear it because it's easier, but you're supposed to be able to use your phone and your pass for everything. And it did not work at the parking, but I think I know why. It worked at the gate and it worked with PhotoPass. So we'll try again next time, which might be very, very soon. Oh, let me tell you, this car camping thing, I'm gold. Don't tell anyone. I really don't need to go home. They don't play. The work walls at the exit of the Liberty Belle are already up. Yes, this is the queue for Magic Kingdom. Haunted Mansion. Wow. Ooh, I wonder what the code is. The big question of the day. Okay, this is answered. This is still open. Do I get a depression treat? I mean, it's so sad. The Liberty Belle and Rivers of America are going away. And, oh God. Does this deserve a Mickey bar or a Mickey cookie, or I don't know? What would you? All right, what do you think? Should I get myself a treat to cheer myself up? All kidding aside, let's talk about this for a moment. I realized something on this epic summer road trip number 1. They had to do this, but they had to move on from Rivers of America, and not because, well, okay, it's very simple. This is no longer special. It's special, I guess, here in the Magic Kingdom. It's special for people like me who have been coming to Magic Kingdom literally our entire lives. I am exactly as old as Magic Kingdom, and so for me and people like me, yes, this is a part, not just a part of history, not just a part of Disney history, but it's a part of the history of our lives. I have been crawling around here on Tom Sawyer Island probably since I could crawl, or run around, or run away from my parents, right? And they probably let me run away, because where am I going to go? I mean, it's an island, and I could always swim, so they were not really worried about that. But I get the nostalgia. I get why people are upset. I get that this was a beautiful, tranquil, and serene place here in Magic Kingdom, apart from the hustle and bustle. But to be honest, it's just a riverboat on a man-made little river, and wow, it was special. It did have the Disney touch. It was kind of a Disney difference. It's no longer anything special. And I realized this at, of all places, Knoebels, another lovely little park that has a river running through it. Now, granted, the river at Knoebels is not a big part of it, but I saw that and I realized that this you can get anywhere, almost. Or not anywhere, but you can get this a lot of places. Which means it doesn't really belong at Disney anymore. When this was built, this was special. This was unique. I mean, a river in a theme park with a river boat, that was the Disney difference 50 odd years ago. Today, I know it's nice, but you want a similar scene? You want some similar serene river flowing through a theme park? Go to Dollywood. I'm serious about that. If you want this, minus the riverboat, of course, go to Dollywood. I just saw that. The little lake right by Grist Mill and the river flowing through that section of the park. It's beautiful. You can sit there and eat your cinnamon bread and enjoy the water and the mill and everything. It's not as big as this, of course, but it is almost the same experience. Something that people experience every day at Dollywood, you can experience here at Magic Kingdom. So it is no longer special enough for Disney. And here's the thing. This is what I realized after seeing this at these other parks. Disney has to be bigger, a lot bigger. A little river with a boat, it doesn't cut it anymore. People pay Disney prices to come to Walt Disney World. They expect a Disney difference, and that Disney difference is bigger, a lot bigger. Bigger rides, bigger attractions, bigger roller coasters. I mean, look what this is up against. Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, a Flight of Passage. What else is there? Even Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which I very much enjoy. Fun fact, I was never a big fan of Great Movie Ride. I know, it's practically Disney heresy, but it just wasn't for me. Anyway, Disney has to be bigger, right? Look, you have Universal down the street. They have to be bigger, and this wasn't. I know everyone's like, oh, they could just put it over there, but realistically, it's not just Disney has to be bigger. They have to be special. And as much as we love the rivers of America, you can get this anywhere. Like if I want this view, I will go and get cinnamon bread at Dollywood. And that is another reason that hopefully may be factored into their decision making. A lot of people these days can say that. They can just sort of casually say, if I want to sit by a river and by a mill, which, yeah, right there, if I want to sit by a river, by a mill, I can just go to Dollywood. Just go to Dollywood. It is that easy for most people. Actually, it is that easy for a lot of people that come to Disney regularly. That's just the fact. That's just the fact. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people here also either have regularly visited Dollywood, have passes to Dollywood, or visit that park every couple of years just because it's there and because it's Dollywood. So, yeah, that was my realization that this, as much as we love it, I will hate it. I will hate seeing this go because, like I said, this is part of my childhood. I remember exploring every rock on that island, but it's time for something bigger. It is time for something Disney big in this space. So maybe that was what the executives were thinking, contemplating. Maybe that factored into their decision. Maybe that was on a spreadsheet somewhere. I don't know. But that is just the case. Disney has to be bigger because people expect it. Right? They come to Walt Disney World. They're expecting what they get for that Disney price. And we all know that this kind of was losing favor. Or, I mean, obviously it wasn't losing favor, but it wasn't the most popular thing in the park. It was kind of a relaxing thing for us regulars. Just hop on the riverboat and ride around. You know, that's really what it was. Yeah, that is what I realized. That is what I realized in, of all places, Knoebels. And then it was reaffirmed at Dollywood. So this, I hate to say it, I know, because it's part of me, it's not special enough for Disney anymore. Really, if you think about it, the only thing we're actually losing is the Liberty Belle, but we don't really know what's going to happen to her. I surely hope they're not going to completely decommission her. That asset is way too valuable to just simply decommission. She's got to go somewhere. Dinner cruises, character meet and greets, something like that. I mean, I'm confident that she's not going away, but what will become of her, I don't know. So the heart, the essence of Rivers of America, I don't think we're going to lose that. But the rest of it, go to a river. Go to an actual river. A lot of people can do that. Too many people can just do that today, and I think Disney knows that. As for the Liberty Belle, all right, what is going to happen to her? You know, they were doing meet and greets. They were doing dessert parties for Tiana's for a long time. I don't know if that worked out or what the reason they discontinued that. Might have been the scam. I don't know. But Liberty Belle. Hopefully we will not miss Liberty Belle. I have an idea for the Liberty Belle. Disney, to utilize a very underutilized, a tragically and oddly underutilized space. Yes, I have an idea for the Liberty Bell, and we will get to that. Oh yes, we will. Well, I said goodbye, by the way, to all of this back in December after Margaritaville Islander. I explored the fort. There's a video on that on one of my channels. Go and watch that. Like and subscribe, please. And yeah, let me know what you think. Will you miss the Rivers of America? Will you miss the Liberty Bell? What do you think is going to happen to the Liberty Bell? I would be interested in hearing what you have to say. Of course, everybody knows that my opinion is the correct one, but still, I know, I'll listen, I'll read. So, I'm good. I got my explanation in, so. Well, that's it. Goodbye, Rivers of America. There is a reason. I don't like it, but I understand it has to be done. So I am looking forward to the big Disney that I think we're going to get now because of Epic Universe. Let's be honest. Okay, next stop, Hall of Presidents. Here we go, Hall of Presidents. I remember the reveal of the previous animatronic. the wide speculation, and I agree, I absolutely 100% agree, that they expected, what was her name, to win, doesn't really matter. And they built an animatronic that was, short and tubby and, well, looked like whatever her name is. And then, to everyone's surprise, except some of us, they had to change their plans. But you could tell it was kind of a rush job. But now I hear that it's different. He's different. So we're gonna go find out. Thankfully, some things never change. It is about 62 degrees in here. Oh my God. Whew. Feels good. Feels real good.
35 simple words that have been repeated by every American president throughout history. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. So help me God.
The presidency of the United States is a role unique in the world, an office entrusted to each president by us, we the people. Therein lies the genius of that new idea, now over 200 years old. A new idea our presidents have turned into a great American idea again and again.
All right. For once, shockingly, Disney read the room. The animatronic is spot on. Yes, they captured second-term Trump perfectly. I have not seen anyone else comment on this, but it even does the thumbs up motion. Yes, it's no, they did it right. He's standing up there, kind of, scowling at everybody. Okay, Disney, I will actually start to forgive you for a lot because of this. Great job. Sincerely, great job. Okay. All right. I deserve a unhappiness treat and a happiness treat now. What do I want? I'm debating what snack to get, and then I decided, all right, let's walk by. No, Sunshine Terrace is there. The other one, where they had the pineapple upside down cake. Oh my God, what's it called? I forgot. It doesn't matter. I decided to celebrate Maha with a coconut pineapple Dole Whip swirl. Yes, coconut. I don't recall ever seeing coconut on the menu before, and they can swirl it with regular Dole Whip. I remember when they could swirl orange and vanilla. Oh, it was so good. I've heard a couple people say that Magic Kingdom is surprisingly empty. This does not look surprisingly empty. Unless there's a party tonight and people are here for that already. I don't know. We are out of here. We are off to our next destination before heading home back to the palace. After it is almost 3 weeks I have been on the road, and it feels like, honestly, it feels like not much. Before we leave Magic Kingdom, I do want to address one particular issue. Yes, I get it. It is from a position of incredible privilege that I can say, if I want to see an old-time river, I can just go to Dollywood. I mean, I can. And I get it. Okay. Y'all that have been with me for a long time, I know you understand. But, I just letting you know that I do understand the somewhat absurd nature of, just going to a different theme park if I want a certain different experience. I get that. But still, it's time. And besides, it's just another reason to go to Dollywood. I have not seen any walk-around characters, which I understand are becoming a thing here at Magic Kingdom. A little inspiration from Disneyland. I wonder if Cruella is out at Disney's Hollywood Studios. I do have a picture with her from Disneyland. It's 6 years ago now, I think. Either way, I was expecting to see them in Frontierland because that's where all the pictures are. Apparently not. Either way, here we are, Main Street, USA. We're off. Of course, we're taking the monorail.
Step into Mishap space, where you and your flight crew can sign up for one of 2 out-of-this-world missions. And just next door is the new Space 220 restaurant, where you can lift off and enjoy stellar dining in space. At Test Drive, you can experience the exhilaration of test driving a vehicle on the longest and fastest ride ever created for Walt Disney World. Across Dollywood is World Showcase, where you'll find representatives from the coast, making this a truly international experience. Some exciting new adventures from around the world are coming to France, Canada, China, and the United Kingdom. Join us tonight at the Loop. There's even more for you to explore as you come around to the world of imagination and mystery. Inside those glass pyramids, unleash your spark and journey into imagination with Figment and experience your favorite short films like never before.
I did always wonder what the point of this was. This is huge. Why is this so big? I mean, I know there's stations right now. It's security. Actually, what was there before? I don't know, but this is, I don't know. Anybody have an explanation? Through the magic of the monorail, quick stop at Epcot, because like I said, I have an idea, Disney, for the Liberty Belle. It is an amazing idea. Of course it is. I came up with it. All right, we have to head back to World Showcase, though. As far, oh my God, as far. The both depression and happiness treat notwithstanding, I will not be eating here at Epcot, even though I am hungry. Rules of the road trip: do not eat in the parks unless you have a dining plan, or it looks really good. I mean, I had to get something at Dorney and King's Dominion. I was there all day, but Six Flags dining pass. Every other time, I just went to a grocery store, and that worked out fine. So when I leave here, I'm going to head toward the Turnpike. I will not be stopping at the Celebration Publix. I think there's one on the way. Grab a wrap or something and some combos because of the Turnpike. Then I'm going to go to the Canoe Creek Service Plaza, charge her up, and that might get me all the way home. It depends on how long I stay. Although, I probably should only stay on the plug while she's close to 50. We'll see. I have realized, not just right now, but I have realized before that now that the accommodation problem is solved in a lot of ways, yes, I am Miami. I can start making way more content here in Orlando and around Florida because, yeah, I can just go where the wind takes me. I would be up here more often, but I was always like, well, okay, what do I do? Where do I stay? Do I spend money? Do I cash in points? And it always seems so, I don't know. I know, you earn it, you don't like to spend it. But now I don't really have to. I mean, I wouldn't stay like weeks and weeks, but I could literally leave on like Monday morning or Sunday night, spend Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday around here, and then head home, I'd leave for the weekend. Yeah. All that would cost maybe, actually all that would cost at least $25 in electricity, I think. Oh, plus tolls. But I could just take US 27 again, actually. Or I-95. Stay near the beach or something like that. this opens up a lot of possibilities, which might include getting a van, an electric van. The problem is, I don't have enough range. Problems to solve. Thankfully, the Stargate is no longer here. This is not much better. It's still, well, actually, you know what? Okay, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I actually prefer the Stargate to this. All they needed to get rid of was those other things, but the Stargate could have stayed because you could at least see through that. This, yeah, okay, great. All right, Disney fandom, we're never happy. Bring back the Stargate. The new home for the Liberty Belle. Do you see it? A tragically, comically, weirdly underutilized spot here in Epcot, featuring a bit of theming that, quite frankly, I don't think anybody knows exists. In fact, I actually forgot about it until I was commenting to myself. Okay. Yes, over there, behind or in front of the American Experience stage, there is a ship, but that space is totally wasted. Let's go take a look. And I just missed the friendship boat. Dang it. Okay, left or right? There is no good place to see that, weirdly. But I did, I think, you know what? I think from the Gondola bridge, pier, dock in Italy. I think that might be the best spot. Let's go. Here we go. The sun is actually in our favor. Yes, there is a ship moored behind the American Experience Theater. Nobody knows that's there. I had forgotten that it was there. And it's just kind of there. In fact, I'm trying to think if anyone in any video on any channel has ever really mentioned or talked about this. There's even one creator who would at least mention this or talk about it. But no, I do not recall that ship ever being mentioned. Let's walk over there. You know what? Let's see if there's a plaque or something. Or maybe we'll ask a cast member if there's any story or lore behind it. What is it? Why is it there? I don't know how anyone should interpret this, but Grok does not know anything about the boat moored in front of American Adventure. In fact, he very emphatically claims or asserts that there is no boat moored in front of the American Experience, the American Adventure. All right, not the best angle because of the sun, but it is, or actually technically I suppose thematically it's anchored there because it is not moored. It's just kind of there. All right, I'm going to ask the cast members, see if they know anything. Sounds like they have a Queen cover band playing. Is it the concert series? Well, today's Monday. She has a name, but I can't see because of the light and the angle, and my eyes I don't have actual glasses with me. All right, does anybody know what her name is? All right, Grok, there is a boat. You can see him peeking around the corner. It is not part of any cast member training or anything. However, one of the cast members did mention that it's just been refurbished. It just was brought back a couple of months ago. I mean, I wouldn't have really noticed. I don't think anybody really noticed because no one ever talks about it. All right, I'm gonna head over here, probably by France, get out of the way of the band, and then, yes, it's very easy, Disney. Great idea. I'm glad I thought of it for you. Okay, this is far enough the band to stop playing. Disney, it would be an epic feat and people would love you. They would love you. Mostly. They probably still wouldn't forgive you for the rivers, but if you did this, I think a lot could be forgiven. If you brought, don't say it's too hard. If you brought Liberty Belle over here to Epcot and stationed her behind or in front of the American Adventure. I mean, the other ship, move her somewhere else, maybe anchor her out in the middle of the lagoon or even right here. Well, not in front of Japan, maybe over there, something like that. Because that space right there, tragically underutilized, and that literally is the best viewing spot for the nighttime spectacular. You could sell, how many, think of it. Think of the dessert parties. Think of how much you could charge for the dessert parties to watch from the Liberty Belle. And during the day, like she does in Magic Kingdom, she could sail World Showcase Lagoon. You could make a short. A Disney Channel, well, a Disney Plus short, steamship around the world. Mickey could drive a steamship around the world. There you go. Okay, perfect. Now, I know people are gonna be, well, actually the Liberty Belle, she runs on a rail because blah, 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 blah. No. A problem that is incredibly easy to solve with asapods. Just get two little pods, one in front, one in back. That's how you steer the ship. It's a very calm lagoon, right? Don't have to worry about waves or anything like that. And if there's too much wind, okay, fine. She doesn't run if the wind is very high. Likelihood of that happening, probably not that high. Perfect, right? So she can just sail around, right? How much could you charge, Disney? How much could you charge for a dessert party to do that? Us longtime Disney faithful, we would love you. We would do it. We would pay. We would pay for this, the experience. Yes. Oh my God. I know you don't want to do this. I know some people will cringe. They don't want to hear this. But literally drinking around World Showcase Lagoon. Imagine, do you do oh my God. Am I actually suggesting a Disney booze cruise? Okay. Yes, I am. I'm definitely, I'm actually suggesting this. But think about it. You have sake and wine and beer and tequila and the aquavit and what do they drink in China? I'm not really sure. It doesn't really matter. Yes, you could do a Disney booze cruise around World Showcase Lagoon from the Liberty Belle, anchored perfectly behind the American experience. There you go. I mean, it's amazing. Just think of how much money she can earn you by doing that. There you go. And moving her over here, it's doable. Eminently doable, Disney. You have done bigger things. That should be absolutely trivial. And steering, not a problem. Not a problem at all. There you go, Disney. The new home of the Liberty Belle here at Epcot. How perfect is that? How absolutely perfect is that? It is perfect. It is totally perfect. I just, lifetime annual pass, Incredipass, not the little pixie, but lifetime Incredipass. That's my first ask. We can talk details later, of course. There you go. That is my plan, my idea for a new home for the Liberty Belle. There you go. She can do cruises around World Showcase Lagoon, have dessert parties for the spectacular, and literal booze cruises. There you go. Okay. Oh, and if anybody knows anything about this ship right here, comments below after you subscribe, right? Subscribe, then comment. What is the deal with this? Nobody really knows. I will keep asking when I'm here next. All right, we are off. World Showcase Lagoon. Yes, it's better, but yeah, I still prefer the Stargate. All right, Six Flags. This is a premium theme park experience. Water, ready to go, and cups. How difficult is this? I get it. I said premium theme park experience. See what I mean? A fireworks viewing dessert party, and it's weird because it looks like it is way over themed. Okay, I'm gonna have to bring a telescope into the park one day and examine that. Because look, there's stairs and everything. And nobody can see that. It is completely out of view of any normal guest pathway. People have paid a lot for this. Imagine Disney how much they would pay to do this on the Liberty Belle. I mean, oh my God, you'd be rolling in cash. I only want some of it, and not just regular dessert parties. Corporate events. Yes, corporate events on the Liberty Belle. You could charge them double. I mean, it would be all inclusive everything. But yes, oh my God. Oh, just Disney, think of the money. And you would do it for Liberty Belle. But just think of the money. As much as I would like to, as much as it is tradition. Well, we didn't ride the People Mover. We will not be riding Spaceship Earth. We will not be riding Figment because it is 7 o'clock. I'm hungry, and we are on our way home. We are headed back toward the palace, yes. A drive I'm used to, which is weirdly long. Okay, I'm still trying to figure out why it took me, or how it took me 20 hours to get here from Six Flags over Georgia. I honestly don't understand this. Even adding 8 hours for sleep. I don't. Where did... And that is going to do it for our brief trip to Walt Disney World today from the giant, here at Epcot. There you go. Hall of Presidents, Disney. Great job with President Trump. I do commend you for that. Sad to see Rivers of America go, but yeah, I get it. And I'm going to say I think they did the right thing. And my plan to save the Liberty Belle, or put her to good use. Yeah, get her out there. Get her working. Get her earning that money. There you go. I'm looking forward to a drive home. I know. Like I said, yes, gonna stop, get some meat, and then we prepare for epic summer road trip 2. I think I'm gonna an X. I called it. Is it bigger? I think something like that. Either way. I'm sorry. There was. You know what? I really need to prepare for this beforehand. I know. You know what? There you go. Why did it take me 20 hours to get from Six Flags America to Walt Disney World? I do not know. I really do not know. Where did all that time go? I keep asking myself that question because, yeah, we are all getting older. Oh boy. Which is why it is so important to love every moment. You know what? I think I should go back to Dollywood just to make sure that is a replacement for Rivers of America. I mean, I said it. I want to make sure I'm not lying to you. Go back to Dollywood.